In this video, I'm going to show you a chain tensioner I designed for a go-kart. Before I show you the actual chain tensioner, I wanted to show you a brief sketch of how it works. At the rear is the large sprocket. This is the front sprocket. Here is a fixed skateboard wheel that's able to rotate. This stops the chain from going upwards. This is the actual chain tensioner. This is able to pivot right here and right here. This is the skateboard wheel. It is spring loaded to a point up here. So as the chain goes up and down, this is always in contact, providing a force upward, like this. And here's the actual chain tensioner. As you can see, I have a spring on this side. This is just a bungee cord basically. It's constrained up here within these two washers so it can't come out. On this side, on the same anchor point that goes through the frame, is where the other bungee cord attaches. It's also constrained from coming out with washers. This goes down to the wheel on the other side, so a shaft goes from here through the skateboard wheel all the way to this side. Both springs provide equal force pulling upwards on the wheel. Here's a better view on this side of the chain tensioner. I'm going to rotate the wheel so you can see how it basically operates. It's able to rotate freely. If I pull up on here, it's pulling up right here on the chain. This is the other side of the chain tensioner. I'm going to spin the wheel. You can see how it operates. This is that arm that it connects to that's allowed to pivot. Around this point, I greased it up to reduce friction. Up top is the wheel that is fixed. It's just on a bolt that goes through the frame. The only time the chain touches this is when it's bouncing. As you can see in my other video in operation, it contacts it constantly. It's always bouncing up like this minutely. This forces this to spin, but it keeps the chain from going out of control. This piece right here consists of a angle iron bolted to this shaft. This constrains the chain from moving outward this way. The other side of the chain is the frame of the motorcycle. So the only way the chain can move is a 1/4 inch this way until it would hit this, and a little way this way until it would hit this rubber. If it moves upward, it will immediately hit this. The chain is always slightly rubbing on this bottom piece. This is that shaft that goes all the way from here and goes straight through the frame right here. This rubber deadens any noise that the chain makes, so when it's rubbing on this, it's completely silent. This also provides a little force upwards. As you can see, the shaft at the top part goes completely through the frame and ends up right here where it's bolted in place. I've put the go-kart in gear. I want to show you what happens when I move the wheel forward. It's going to force this wheel downward and it's going to stretch the springs. This is just to give you a demonstration. Just like that. When I move the wheel forward, the bottom side is getting tensioned and the top side is becoming loose. In this video, I showed you my design for a spring tensioner. I hope this was helpful if you needed some ideas to make your own spring tensioner.